Japan has the highest number of centenarians in the world. The Eskimos are less likely than others on the planet to suffer from heart disease. The majority of Asians are not aware of premature baldness. Scientists around the world believe that it is the merit of fish which form the basis of their menu. Another scientifically confirmed fact suggests that passionate fish lovers never have depression. Are these not strong arguments in favor of fish becoming a frequent item on your dining table? How many and what kind of fish products are produced in Kazakhstan, and why do people in Kazakhstan eat so little of it? Let's find out in our program. Fish is the #1 product for the flawless functioning of the heart, blood vessels and brain due to its high content of polyunsaturated omega-3 fatty acids. They activate the cells of the body. As a result, the activity of the cardiovascular system improves, and therefore the risk of developing heart and vascular diseases decreases, and blood pressure normalizes. Due to improved brain function, thought processes become more efficient, and the ability to learn and assimilate new information increases. Scientists also recognize that omega-3 fatty acids have a beneficial effect on the visual acuity, the condition of skin, hair and nails, as well as the mood. In addition, fish contains a large amount of vitamins as well as macro and micronutrients. Vitamins A, D and B complex are especially good for health. Vitamin A is one of the main and essential actors in the restorative, oxidative and metabolic processes in the body. Vitamin D is essential for bone tissue and is effective for the prevention of rickets in children. Vitamin of B complex strengthen the immune system, have a beneficial effect on the function of the central nervous system, and are indispensable for mental health. Also, fish, mainly marine, is rich in micronutrients such as iodine and fluorine, the deficiency of which is experienced by many residents of our country. Kazakhstan is rich in fish resources. Fish industry can play a special role in the country's economic development. In recent years, a lot of work has been carried out in the industry. And today, thanks to the initiatives taken by the government, the fish industry is developing quite successfully. Kazakhstan, due to its rich and unique nature, has a fairly powerful fishery assets. There is a high export potential in this industry. At the same time, there is a low fish consumption in Kazakhstan per capita. Meanwhile, in neighboring Russia and China, 20 and 40 kilograms per person is consumed respectively. Thus, taken into account the border areas, the potential niche for the export of fish products could amount to over 3 million tons. But first of all, it is important to promote fish consumption in the country.
Сейчас у нас является такая большая проблема, что у нас мало потребляет рыбу и рыбную продукцию наше население.
Our people consume little fish and fish products, which is a problem nowadays. According to the World Health Organization data, each person should consume 16 kilograms of fish annually, but only 4 kilograms of fish is consumed in Kazakhstan. Due to this, we have such a problem. And as it was in the Soviet Union, we do not have a fish consumption habit. We should also take into account the mentality of our people, who are more inclined towards eating meat products. The main activities of the fishing industry are fishing, fish breeding and processing. The total volume of the country's fish products market in 2019 amounted to about 66,000 tons. Of these, fishing accounts for 45,000 tons, fish farming 7,400 tons, import 43,500 tons, and export amounts to 30,000 tons. Kazakhstan imports oceanic fish and seafood. These are herring, mackerel, shrimp, mussels and more. Imported products come from Norway, Russia, Iceland, China and the Baltic countries. Meanwhile, Kazakhstan annually exports 30,000 tons of fish products worth about $60 million to 36 distant and neighboring countries. Fish fillets, smoked and cured products, as well as frozen fish trunk are the main export items. For example, pike perch fillet made in Kazakhstan is traded to the European Union countries, Germany and the Netherlands, whereas smoked and cured products are exported to Russia, Ukraine, Lithuania, China and other countries. At the same time, there are significant potential export markets near Kazakhstan's borders.
сейчас на данный момент у нас имеется огромные спросы, начиная от Германии.
Currently, our products are in huge demand in countries spanning from Germany to the CIS countries. However, we cannot satisfy all this demand because we focus on the domestic market. After all, we use the bioresources of the Republic of Kazakhstan.
Казахстан, а также такие крупные контракты с нашими немецкими покупателями.
But we have major contracts with Germany, Israel and Azerbaijan.
Да, спрос огромный на нашу рыбу, но весь спрос мы удовлетворить сейчас на данный
However, we
момент.
cannot satisfy all the demand yet because our fish resources are limited. If all the adopted programs are implemented, we will be able to satisfy all these demand.
Если увеличится рыбный запас, то мы можем без проблем все это можем обеспечить.
To date, there are more than 1,000 fishing entities in Kazakhstan, for which 1,646 fishing reservoirs and their sites are assigned. The industry employs more than 11,000 people. About 45,000 tons of fish are caught annually. Fishing is mainly conducted in the Atyrau, Almaty, East Kazakhstan and Kızılırda regions. The chief technologist at the fish factory in Atyrau will tell us about how the fish products, which are in demand both in our country and abroad, are made from raw fish.
Полученное филе через транспортер попадает в чебурашку, отсюда идет на дочистку.
Through the conveyor, the fillets are delivered to the container. From here, it is taken to be cleaned and cut.
Здесь лишнее убирается, филе принимает соответствующий.
This is the fish cutting table. Here, the excess is removed and the fillets take the appropriate form.
Тоже убирается.
If there are scales, they are also removed. Additional inspection takes place here. Then the fillets are delivered to the inspection table.
В инспекционный стол. В инспекционном столе проверяется наличие паразитов гельминтов.
The fish is checked for helminth parasites at the table. Each fillet goes through the inspection. Basically, the fillets of pike perch, carp, mullet, and catfish undergo sorting here.
Каждая филейка контролируется, дальше идет на мойку. После инспекционного стола
Each fillet is controlled. Afterwards, it is taken to be washed.
для разделения по градациям.
After the inspection table, each fillet is washed and divided into grades. At the customer's request, the fillets are cut based on certain grades. There are 8 to 10 types of grades. After grading, fillets are laid on sheet pans, and later they are put into the quick freezing chamber.
По градациям раскладывается на противни. Далее идет в скороморозильную камеру для заморозки. По градациям
As we can see, the fillets are placed into the freezer. The temperature in the quick freezing machine is -35, -40 degrees Celsius. The fillets are kept here for about an hour or an hour and 20 minutes.
сейчас 20 минут. После замораживания филе идет на глазировку.
After freezing, the fillets undergo glazing. The temperature of the fillet's thickest part is measured and controlled here. Next, fillets are taken to the scales, weighed,
И идет на глазировку. По требованию заказчика глазировка
and are prepared for glazing. At the customer's request, glazing is applied between 4 and 10%.
According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, aquaculture is one of the world's most dynamic industries engaged in the production of animal-based foods. Thus, 60 years ago, the world's total volume of farmed fish was only 1 million tons, whereas today this indicator has exceeded the value of 82 million tons. At the same time, over the past 25 years, the volume of aquaculture has grown by 67 million tons or 450%, while the volume of fishing is at a stable level. Kazakhstan also has a great potential for the development of fish farming. Over the past 7 years, the volume of fish grown in the country has increased 9 times, from 800 to 7,400 tons. There are 180 fish farms in Kazakhstan that are engaged in fish breeding, where more than 1,000 people are employed. Yet, experts believe that there should be many times more farms for artificial cultivation in order to achieve the WHO recommended consumption rates of 16 kilograms per capita. About 300,000 tons of fish need to be grown. Specific steps are already being taken to achieve that. Leaders in artificial fish farming. Turkestan region 5,000 tons, 68.7%. Almaty region about 1,000 tons, 12.8%. North Kazakhstan region 380 tons. East Kazakhstan region about 300 tons.
Сейчас, да, конечно, мы, невзирая на все проблемы, все равно смотрим в будущее.
Now, despite all the problems, we are still looking into the future. Nowadays, we have two projects.
Хотим закончить наш цех в Алмате, там это тоже, чтобы
The first project consists in completing our workshop in Almaty to provide our southeastern region, as well as the Almaty and Zhetasu regions with the Caspian fish. There is also a large investment project under implementation, which is located in the Kurmangazi district, where we catch the bulk of fish. For the first time in the history of Kazakhstan, we want to build a canning shop and a similar fillet shop there, according to the new sanitary requirements of the European countries. We are also planning to establish smoking shops, however, not the first generation ones that are currently in use, but jump 3 steps up and install smoking shops of the 4th generation.
Не первое поколение, как сейчас у нас в основном уже используется в Казахстане, а сразу же хотим перепрыгнуть через 3 поколения и использовать оборудование.
In order to produce a wider range of fish products.
Там по разным вкусовым и более такой более широкий ассортимент.
Moreover, we plan to build an aquaculture center there on the area of 1,000 hectares and to grow 1,100 tons of fish, whereby 1,000 tons will be carp fish and 100 tons will be sturgeon species.
Карповые рыбы и 100 тонн это осетровые породы.
In a number of countries where aquaculture has a successful development, a separate law is in place which regulates relations in the field of artificial fish cultivation. Therefore, experts and industry professionals believe that a law on aquaculture should be developed.
На сегодняшний день принята программа развития рыбного хозяйства до 2030 года. Данная программа была принята только в прошлом году.
To date, there is a program for the development of fisheries until 2030. This program was adopted just last year. The government is just beginning to support the fishing industry. The most important thing that the government can do is to support aquaculture, and more precisely, fish cultivation, and at the moment, subsidy programs are already being adopted specifically for the processed fish.
До текущего момента мы, как бы сказать, выживали только за счет.
We haven't had this before. Until now, we have survived at the expense of our own forces, and there was no support from the government.
70% льготу на возврат на НДС.
They have just introduced a 70% VAT refund quota, and we think that this will have a positive impact on our financial situation and will allow us to invest more in the production of fish products in the future.
На производство как бы рыбной продукции.
Kazakhstan President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev also speaks about the need to develop this industry. Thus, on November 8, 2022, at a public meeting in the Atyrau region, the president spoke about the need to develop the fishing industry. The head of state also instructed to consider the possibility of restricting the export of fresh fish abroad. This year, 8.5 million fry were released into the Ural River. This work needs to be continued. 2 sturgeon plants are under the state's jurisdiction. These enterprises are worn out. The equipment is completely outdated. The plants should be modernized in accordance with contemporary requirements. As President Tokayev stated, this industry plays an important role in the economy of the region. There are many fish species in the Caspian Sea and the Ural River. The processing and production of finished fish products is developing. President Tokayev noted that it is necessary to pay attention to the increase in the number of sturgeon. The demand for them is very high on the world market. It is also important to attract investment for the construction of new high-tech plants for the fry cultivation. It is necessary to update the equipment of cooperatives engaged in fisheries. President Tokayev said that the work of fishing enterprises should be brought in line with the international quality standard. It is essential to consider the possibility of restricting the export of unprocessed fish abroad. It is noted that the drop in the water level in the Ural and Kigash rivers is a big problem to date. According to President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, the depth of the mouth of both rivers is now only 30 to 40 centimeters. That creates obstacles to the sturgeon spawning. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev instructed the government to ensure the deepening of the river mouth.
Рентабельность у нас, если так в открытую сказать, на низком уровне.
At present, our profitability is at a low level. Probably this is due to the fact that although we have a catch limit of 5,000 tons, our fish capture decreases annually. This is because the level of the Caspian Sea and the rivers flowing into the Caspian Sea is falling every year.
Такие большие реки, такие как Жайык и Кираш. Вот из-за этого сейчас на данный момент.
That's why the government is currently working on the dredging of the river bottom.
По углубительным работам, именно по рыбоходным и по судоходным каналам. Надеюсь, что это положительно повлияет.
I hope this will have a positive impact because, as you know, the more we catch, the higher our profitability. Although our financial situation has been deteriorating for the last 3 years.
Из-за этого сейчас на данный момент наше финансовое состояние чуть ухудшилось.
In order to preserve fish stocks, authorized bodies should strengthen the fight against poaching. In 2022, 2,500 administrative and 52 criminal cases were initiated in this sector in the western region. 14 tons of fish were seized from illegal trafficking. According to the Kazakh president, such illegal activities do not stop, which indicates faults in the work of environmental authorities. Thus, fish farming is an industry that employs thousands of people who contribute to the development of the country's food security. But in the context of one enterprise, it provides a stable salary for employees, taxes for the budget, as well as an opportunity for young people to find a labor of love.
Компания мне очень нравится. Мне нравится то, что руководство выделяет.
I like the fact that the management pays due attention to each of their employees, shows consideration, and helps to grow. The company itself is developing very rapidly. I see how a lot has changed during the year of my stay here, and the company helps its employees to develop and grow not only personally and professionally, but also helps to grow as an individual.
В профессиональном плане, ну и помогает.
I really like our company activities because I'm a local myself and we have been taught to eat fish since childhood. I love fish very much. My daughter loves pike caviar, which we acquire from here.
Постоянно берем здесь. Поэтому в целом я очень довольна работой компании. Мне очень нравится, как руководство.
In general, I'm very satisfied with the company's work. I really like how the management is passionate about the company. They're constantly in touch. The employees are asked to be passionate about the company, not just performing your duties and leaving at 6 p.m., but they are literally passionate about their business. Hence, the company operates and evolves. I originally came to this company as a mother after the maternity leave with my dreams and goals, and I see that in this company I will be able to establish myself, fulfill my dreams, as well as provide for my daughter and help my parents.
Смогу поднять свою дочку на ноги, смогу родителям помогать.
Thus, if you go grocery shopping, we offer you a reminder that indicates which vitamins are present in a particular type of fish, as well as its caloric content. The choice should be made carefully because the range of products includes humpback salmon, dorado, flounder, carp, coho salmon, salmon, pollock, capelin, redfish, halibut, sori, herring, sea bass, mackerel, horse mackerel, silver carp, cod, trout, pike, and other species of fish. It is easy for an unexperienced customer to get lost in such abundance. At best, they will follow the path of least resistance, giving preference to a ready-made product, fish pickles, canned food, smoked meat products, or caviar. Experts say that such products are also suitable as sources of omega-3, vitamins and micronutrients, but only occasionally, not on a permanent basis, and even more so, not in the children's diet, because there is a lot of salt in them. The best option is to buy fresh and freshly frozen fish and cook it at home. Thus, choose fish wisely and enjoy its unique taste with pleasure and health benefits.